So morning, welcome to HIIT. We are going to start today with fascia circles to warm up, same as always. So start by coming onto one leg and then just circling through the opposite ankle. Making those circles as big as possible, getting them to all the nooks and crannies of the ankle joint. Then take those circles in the other direction. Fascial circles, as you all know by now, is a great way to get everything moving before exercise. Circling through the knee, getting all of that connective tissue moving around all of the major joints in the body. Take those circles the other direction. And also busting straight into testing your balance first thing in the morning too. And then take those circles into the hip. And take those circles the other way. Excellent. And then we'll move over to the other leg, starting with the ankle. And then taking those circles the other way. Moving into the knee. And going the other way. Excellent, then into the hip. And then taking those the other way too. Then bringing both feet down to the mat, nice big circles through both hips. Really swinging the hips forwards and then taking the hips back. And then take those circles in the other direction. Excellent, then bringing the hips to stillness, circle through the ribs. So really getting some movement into the middle of the torso. And then take those circles in the other direction. Good, then a few circles through the shoulders, just a couple because we'll come back to the shoulders in a minute. Squeezing them up and dragging them down the back. Then taking them the other way, squeezing them back and rolling the shoulders forwards. And a few circles through the wrists. And the other way. And then close your fist and a few circles through the wrist, really stretching into the muscles around the forearms. And then take it the other way. And then into the elbows. And the other way. And then really big circles, reaching up and reaching back, reaching up, reaching back, reaching up, reaching back. Sorry, I've just had a pop-up on my computer and I can't see you all. There we go. And then take those circles in the other direction, reaching back, reaching up. Excellent, and bring the hands down by the sides, let the arms just hang. And take the left ear towards the left shoulder. Hanging out there just for a couple of breaths. Allowing all the muscles down the side of the neck to stretch. Then take the chin around towards the shoulder and roll the head all the way around the front of the body, nice and slowly, till you get to the other side. And then take the ear towards your shoulder and stretch out the muscles down this side of the neck. Couple of breaths here. And then just roll the head from side to side a couple of times, keeping that chin down on your chest. And then leave the head forwards with the chin as close to your throat as you can. Interlace your fingers and cup the back of the skull. Press your head up into your hands as you resist that movement with your hands. And then take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers and stretch the hands away, and then take your chin towards the ceiling, really stretching out down the front of the throat. Then release that off and come to the tops of your mats. We'll just do a few sun salutations before coming into our hip rounds. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Nice big bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Start by stepping back with the left, followed by the right. Knees, chest, chin will come down through your chaturanga into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Take the hips up, come over the toes into downward facing dog. It's the first dog of class, so we'll just take a moment here to just wiggle and jiggle wherever you need to wiggle or jiggle. Maybe stretching the chest through towards the thighs, maybe stretching out through the shoulders, maybe encouraging the heels down to the mat to stretch out down the back of the legs. Wherever your body feels like it needs a stretch, have a moment here to stretch. Then looking forward, step forward with the left, step forward with the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll it all the way up to the top, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Nice big bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Long back, long neck. Exhale, fold. Take the right leg back, followed by the left. Knees, chest, chin will come down through chaturanga into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Take the hips up, come over the toes into downward facing dog. Looking forward, step forward with the right, step forward with the left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping it up a little now. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time, hop it back to plank. Come down through chaturanga into your upward facing dog. Hips up, over the toes, downward facing dog. Looking forwards, bend the knees, hop the feet behind the wrists. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Another one like that. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hop those toes back to plank. Come down through your chaturanga into your upward facing dog. Take the hips up, come over the toes into downward facing dog. Looking forwards, bend the knees, hop the feet behind the wrists. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. Okay, first round of HIIT. We're going to start in tabletop position. We're going to do 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. We're going to do tabletop crunches. So we start with the left arm, right leg. We inhale to extend, exhale to crunch. We're going to keep going for the whole 20 seconds. We're going to do 4 on that side, then we move to the other opposites. So right arm, left leg, and then we do 4 rounds, crunches on the other side. Okay, so Get ready. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. First round. Left arm, right leg. Inhale to extend, exhale crunch. Nice noisy exhales. Always keep the breath moving throughout the body. Good. And rest. 1 down, 3 to go on this side. Get ready for your next round. Let's go. Really stretch and crunch. Really extend the arm and the leg when you stretch. Really engage the muscles around your arm and leg so it's easier to move and lighter to lift. Good, and rest. 2 down, 2 to go on this side. Get ready for the next round. Let's go. Good, and rest. Okay, last one this side. You can move as quickly or as slowly as you like in these exercises. Okay, let's go. Keep that breath moving. Really stretch and crunch. Using those tummy muscles, pulling all the muscles in around the waist. And rest, good. Moving to the other side for the next round. So right arm, left leg. Get ready, let's go. Good, keep moving. And rest. Excellent stuff. 3 more. Get ready for the next round and go. And rest. Good stuff. Get ready. Next round. Stretch and crunch. Really squeeze those muscles as you crunch. Keeping that breath moving. And rest, good. Last 20 seconds. Fast or as slow as you like. Get ready and go. Stretch and crunch. Stretch and crunch. Good. Almost there. Keep it moving. Good, and rest. Okay, got a full body workout for you today in case you haven't guessed already. So a little bit of everything for everywhere. So the next round is a standing round. Next round is going to be based on chair. So we want to make sure in our chair that our hips are sliding back and that as we come down, we're not putting too much strain on our knees. We should still be able to see our toes in front of our knees when we're in chair. So we don't want to be in this position, we want the hips to be back. From our chair, we're going to do 2 different types of exercise in this one. The first one is trying to keep your chair as still as possible and kick the leg back, come back to chair. Kick the leg back, come back to chair. So we're going to do 2 rounds on one leg, 2 rounds on the other leg. The last part of the exercise, we're going to be in chair We're going to come up onto our tiptoes, take the heels down. We'll then come down, squeeze it back up, tiptoes, down, squeeze down to the floor, come back up. But we never come higher than chair. So this is going to be a real leg burner. Yeah. Okay. So first one, we're going to kick back with the right leg. So let's start. Get into your chair, really solid. Kick the leg back, back to chair. Kick the leg back, back to chair. Good, keeping nice and low. Squeezing everything in, so there's a minimum amount of movement up and down. The legs just going forward and back. Good. And rest. We've just got one more of those, so it's going to go quite quick. Promise. Okay, next round. Kicking it back. Kicking it back. Good. Keep it kicking. Remember to breathe. Nice noisy exhales. Keeping those hips as low as you can. And rest. Okay, so we're going to move to the left leg now. So in your chair, kicking the left leg back. Get ready. Down we go. And then kicking. So minimum amount of up and down movement. We just want to be kicking that leg backwards. Good. Keep the breath moving. Nice noisy exhales. And rest. Good. One more round of that one, and then we go to our heel raises and knee lowers. Let's go. Kick it back. Excellent stuff. Almost there. Keep it moving. And rest. Okay, so heel lift, knee lower. Never coming higher than chair. Knees can be together or hip width, up to you. Feet that is, sorry. So down into chair, lift the heels, take the knees all the way down to the floor, bring it back to chair, lift the heels, drop the heels, all the way down to the floor, back to chair. Lift the heels, drop the heels, down to the floor, squeeze it back up. Good, and rest. Another 3 of those ones. So like I said, feet can be hip width or together, up to you. Raise the heels, take them down. Knees down to the ground, and then back up. Raise the heels, take them down. Knees come down, back to chair. Raise the heels, drop them down. Knees down, take it back. Done already. See, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. Get ready for the next round. Into your chair. Raise those heels high as you can. Take them down. Knees down to the floor. Squeeze it back up. Raise the heels. Take them down. Knees down. Back to your chair. Stay nice and low in your chair. Knees down. Knees up. Raise the heels. Drop the heels. Oh, it's another round done already. The last 20 seconds. Totally got this. Get ready. Into your chair. Raise the heels. Drop the heels. Take the knees down and squeeze it up. Raise them, drop, take it down, squeeze it up. Raise them, drop, take it down, squeeze it up. Raise them, squeeze, and you're done. Brilliant work, well done. Okay, have a little sip of water if you need. The next one is back down to the floor. Again, 2 different types of exercise. So the first exercise is tricep dips. I know you will love this one. So depending on how long your arms are in comparison to your body, I've got a long body in comparison to my arms. So it might be helpful to have a couple of blocks if that's the case with you too. So we want our fingers pointing towards our hips, Feet are nice and grounded. We start off in this kind of position and we're just dipping the elbows and pushing back up. So we're dipping and pushing, not allowing our shoulders to crumble. So we want our shoulders to stay strong and all the work is coming from our arms instead. If you don't have short arms in comparison to your body, you can just do this with your hands on the mat. But again, all of the movement is coming from the arms. The rest of the body and the shoulders are strong and still. If it's too much on your wrists to have your fingers pointing towards your hips, you can also do it on your knuckles if that's more comfortable for your wrists. So exactly the same movement, it's still all coming from the arms, everything else is still and quiet. We're just on our knuckles instead of on our hands. So we're going to do 4 of those. And then we're going to do 4 reverse tabletops. So we start with our feet and our hands planted. Our bum never comes down once we start the exercise, it only comes to hover. So we go from hover to squeezing it up to reverse tabletop, back to hover. Squeezing it up to reverse tabletop, back to hover. So 4 like that. So 4 of dips, 4 of hovers. Are we ready? Yes. Okay, so the first one, your tricep dips. So body's nice and still, dip the arms. Keep the shoulders nice and strong so that there's plenty of room between your shoulders and your ears. Really push the ground away. Remember those nice noisy exhales. Good, and rest. So 1 down, 3 to go. Next round, let's go. So all of the movements coming from the arms, everything else is nice and still. Good. And rest. 2 down, 2 to go. Dipping it down, pressing the ground away. Excellent, and rest. Last round of this one, then we move to our reverse tabletops. Dipping it down, pressing it up. Maybe speeding up a little bit because this is the last one. Really pressing the ground away. Almost there, keep it moving. Keep those shoulders strong. And rest, excellent. So this time we're bringing the hips to hover and then squeezing them up. Bring them back to hover, squeezing them up. Hover and squeeze. Squeeze every muscle around your core as you come to the top. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Squeeze the glutes. Nice noisy exhales as you come up. Good, and rest. Next round. Squeeze it up. Back to hover. Excellent. Really squeezing that whole torso as you come to the top of the movement. And rest. Another round done already. Really trying to make the body as strong as possible as we're doing this movement. Let's go. Good. Squeezing it up. And rest. Last round, last 20 seconds. Let's go. Squeeze it up. Take it to hover. Squeezing everything into the midline of the body. Almost there. Excellent stuff. Okay, have a little drink of water if you need. The next exercise is going to be down on the floor, ones that we've done lots of time before, so you know this one. We're going to do 4 rounds of belly bonfire and then 4 rounds of reverse curls. So belly bonfire, the legs are relaxed, the lower back is really comfortable on the mat. We're pulling the lower tummy muscles in to protect the lower back. Hands are either side of the head and we lift from the chest up towards the ceiling. So it's as though I have a piece of string attached to your chest and I'm pulling you up. So the head stays long, we're not crunching, we're lifting the chest up, coming back down. Lifting the chest up, coming back down. So really squeezing these tummy muscles and lifting that chest straight up. Hands can be either side of the head. If you prefer, you can lift them up and squeeze those hands straight up to the ceiling to encourage that chest lift. 4 rounds like that, then we take the arms down by the sides, feet up to the ceiling, and then we lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. So all of the work's coming from the lower abdomen, tiny little movements, and we're trying to lift it straight up. So we're not lifting like this, the feet aren't coming above the head, the feet are staying high, we're lifting from the tailbone, tiny movements straight up to the ceiling. 4 rounds of those. So get ready, belly bonfire first, long legs, legs are relaxed, pull the tummy muscles in so the lower back is protected, and then lift from the chest. Lifting on the up, inhaling as you come back down. Nice noisy exhales. Good. And rest. So all of the work on these first 4 rounds is coming from the upper belly, whilst also making sure you're protecting the lower back by pulling in the lower tummy so that the lower back's protected. Lifting that chest. Elbows are relaxed, neck is relaxed. All the work's coming from the tummy muscles. Oh, we're done already, another round. 2 down, 2 to go. If you want to take it up and reach your hands towards the ceiling for the last 2 rounds, feel free to do so. Lifting from the chest, keeping the neck relaxed. Excellent, and rest. Last round of this one. Almost there. And rest, good. Okay, so 4 rounds of reverse curls, arms down by the sides, and the feet are going to go straight up to the ceiling. Tiny little movements with the tailbone, trying to reach those toes straight up towards the ceiling. Good. Really pulling in the tummy muscles, really lifting that tailbone. Tiny, tiny little movements. Good, and rest. This one really targets the lower belly muscles. Next round, let's go. Excellent. Just reaching those toes up. Remember to keep breathing. And rest. 2 down, 2 to go. Next round. Last round. Lifting those toes up, squeezing those tummy muscles in. Keeping the breath moving. Lifting that tailbone. And rest. Good. Hug the knees into the tummy. Maybe do a couple of circles through the hips. And the other way. Excellent stuff. Maybe stretch out on your mat really, really, really long. Stretching out those tummy muscles. And then the last round is going to be plank challenge round. So come around into your plank. Every single round is going to be different. So I'll talk you through as we go. First round is going to be shoulder taps. You can always drop your knees down to the mat if you need to. If you can stay in plank, stay in plank. The first round, tapping one shoulder, tapping the other shoulder. Minimum amount of movement as possible. 20 seconds. Get ready, let's go. So keep it nice and steady. Pull all the tummy muscles in. Keep everything still as possible as we tap one shoulder, then the other shoulder. Good. Keep moving. Excellent, done. Okay, the next one is knee dips. So from your plank, we dip one knee, we dip the other knee, and we just keep going for 20 seconds. So get ready, and go. Dip in one knee, then the other knee. Good. Keep that breath moving. Nice noisy exhales. Pressing the ground away with the hands. Good, nearly there. Excellent. Next one, high plank, low plank. High plank, low plank. You've totally got this. Okay, get ready. Let's go. Down onto your elbows, back up onto your hands. It's only for 20 seconds, so keep moving. Keep the breath moving. Nice noisy exhales. Good. Almost there. And rest. Excellent. Next one's hip dips. So like the knee dips, but we dip one hip down to the side, then the other hip down to the side. Get ready. Dip in the hip, back to center. Dip the hip the other side. Good. Dip in the hip, dip in the hip. Moving from one side to the other side. Good. Almost there. And rest. Okay, next one is side to side toe taps. So from your long plank, tap the toe out, tap it back. Tap it out, tap it back. Get ready, let's go. To the side, to the center. To the side, to the center. So one toe, then the other toe. Trying to keep your hips low. Good. Keep moving. Keep that breath moving. Excellent. And stop. This time, side to side plank. So, from one side, over to the other side. Let's go. One side, over to the other side. One side, over to the other side. Pull those tummy muscles in. Make your planks nice and strong. And rest. Good. Okay, this time leg lifts. So straight out the back, just lifting the leg, then the other leg. Let's go. Lifting one leg, then the other leg. Trying to keep your plank nice and strong. Excellent. And rest. Okay, last round, lizard crunches. So crunch the knee to the side, crunch the other knee to the side. Get ready, last 20 seconds. Crunching that knee up, take it back. Crunch it up, take it back. Right leg, left leg. Keep the breath moving. Good. Almost there. Last couple of knees. Excellent. And rest. Have a little drink of water if you need to. And then once you've had your little drink of water, come down onto your backs. Feet as wide as your yoga mat. And then just windscreen wiping the knees from one side to the other. Just windscreen wiping as fast or as slow as you fancy. Good stuff. And then once you've done both sides, bring the feet parallel. Take the arms straight out from your shoulders, so you're making a capital letter T. Then lift up the hips, scoot them over to the right, pop them back down. Hug the knees in towards your chest, and then roll the knees over to the left, coming into a reclined twist. Try and let everything then sink into the mat. And if you feel like anywhere is still holding tension, give those muscles a squeeze on the inhale and see if you can release that tension on the exhale. Allowing everything to be heavy. Then bring your head back to center. Stretch the left arm away. Pull the tummy muscles in and then roll the hips back onto the mat with the feet coming down last. Straighten yourself up, then we'll move to the other side. So lift the hips, scoot them to the left, pop them back down. Hug the knees into the chest, roll the knees over to the right, and then relax everything down onto your mat. If anything is holding tension, give it a squeeze on an inhale. See if you can consciously relax it as you exhale. Melting any tension away. Looking out over your left shoulder. And allowing everything to settle on your mat. Then bringing your head back to center, squeeze the tummy muscles in and roll the hips back onto the mat with the feet coming down last. And then straighten yourself up. Then two options for the next exercise. You can either do, if you have a block to hand, do Restorative Bridge, where we put the block underneath the tailbone at the very base of the spine and completely relax in bridge pose. So really letting the block support the pelvis and allowing every single muscle to release as much as possible. If you don't have a block to hand, simply do legs up the wall. And you can even shuffle yourself over to a wall. So legs straight up and just allow the pelvis to be really heavy. So either way is absolutely fine. And then just focus on the breath. Just notice what your breath is up to as your body temperature returns to a more normal level, as your breathing returns to its natural form. We're not controlling the breath anymore through the exercises. Letting your body go about its business of repairing the connective tissue that we've just aggravated by doing all of our exercises. And if you're in Restorative Bridge, just press your feet into the floor and move the block out of the way. And then roll your back down onto the mat, nice and slowly, bone by bone. If you're in legs up the wall, then just bring your feet back down to the mat, and then everybody just gradually make your way into Savasana. So legs go out nice and long, feet fall open. Arms can be down by your sides, palm up or palm down, or you can lay them on your lower abdomen, whichever feels best for your body this morning. Any tweaks in the lower back, bring your feet to the floor and let the knees roll in. And then just let the body settle. Just taking a moment before we have to go about whatever your day brings today. Just to seal our exercise. Giving the body a moment to recover, ultimately making it stronger for the next class. And then if you are in a rush to get to work this morning, I know some of you are on a tight time schedule, then feel free to roll over onto your side and go about your business. But if you can spare 1 minute more, then stay in Savasana. Just letting everything settle. Just watching the breath as it comes and goes. And then when you're ready, just bring your awareness back to your body. And just think about moving. Maybe you feel like doing a great big stretch, reaching your arms up above your head, stretching down the side body, stretching the belly away from the mat. Or maybe you feel like hugging your knees into your chest and giving yourself a big hug. Whichever way your body craves to move, do it. And then when you're ready, you can either roll over onto your side or you can rock and roll up to seated. And our practice for today is done. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you on your mats again soon.